The Klondike Gold Rush is the last great gold rush. Tens of thousands go north. Most are ordinary people, some rich, some poor, ready to risk everything and endure anything. Many will die, some find gold, others make a fortune from those looking for gold. Most end up broke. Writers, poets, and photographers feed the imagination of an uncertain world at the turn of a century. A lot of what really happened we'll never know. 1890's breadlines are long and chances are few. A short, nasty Great Depression robs working people of hope. Word of gold for the taking starts a stampede. Communities and families sometimes put all their money together to send young men north, hoping they will strike it rich. Ships come to Alaska from everywhere. Each miner brings a ton of supplies to the beaches of Skagway and Dyea to be carried over the roadless mountains and down the Yukon River to the Klondike. Overnight, towns grow up where ships unload. Dyea is where the Chilkoot Trail begins. Skagway is at the foot of the White Pass. Legitimate business, bars, gambling, prostitution, and crime compete for the resources of those who arrive with their outfits, trying to find packers to help them over the mountains. They might be doctors, plumbers, or clerks. Many have little experience about mining or the outdoors. Most are unprepared for a northern environment. There is a small number of women among the men. Some will be dance hall girls or women of the night. Still others will make a fortune in business and mining. But most are wives, mothers, shopkeepers, cooks, and teachers. Many of the most successful stampeders will be women. Skagway was like something out of the Old West. In 1898, Soapy Smith and his gang of con men and thieves pretty much run the town. They steal and scam anyone passing through. At the height of the rush, Soapy is shot down, ending a short, notorious career. Dyea looks today pretty much as the stampeders found it. There is little sign of the tens of thousands of people who toiled their way from these shores to the mountains. Stampeders have to race the tides to get their ton of provisions off the flats. The Chilkoot is the preferred trail to the interior. The single most definitive image of the Klondike is the grim climb they call the Golden Stair. Here are 1,500 steps cut into the snow and ice with a single icy rope to hang on to. More wealth may have come in with the stampeders than ever left the Klondike as gold. 70 men perish in a single avalanche, April 3, 1898. Climbing 30 miles and 3,500 feet, the Chilkoot Trail takes many back-breaking trips if conditions are good, and long waits if they aren't. Many take several months to complete the trek. At the summit, the Northwest Mounted Police control the border between U.S. and Canada. They turn back the ill-prepared and charge a duty on those who pass. After that, the trail turns downhill to Lake Lindeman. Now the stampeders must have boats. The hills and valleys are stripped of trees, whipsawed into planks and fashioned into boats and scows. The shore of a mountain lake is suddenly a boatyard, launching a homemade flotilla of the homeless onto the water that feeds the Yukon River. If they survive the mountain winds of the big lakes, they reach Miles Canyon. The Yukon River roars through a narrow cut in an ancient lava flow. Many boats end their trip in the surging water of this deadly chute. After Miles Canyon, there's an even deadlier Whitehorse Rapids, studded with hidden boulders and high, white foam standing waves like the necks of white horses. Many shoot both rapids with lightly loaded boats and portage the rest.
There's a long, long trail winding into the land of my dream.
In the midnight sun, the stampeders row and paddle round the clock, speeded by the 6-knot current of the Yukon River, clear waters made brown by glacial streams filled with silt. The same powerful forces that sift and sort Yukon rock into rare pockets of gravelly gold push the rickety flotilla north to Dawson City, to the Klondike. For most, the best part of the gold rush is over. They have risked it all to reach the gold fields, and now most will find there's nothing here. The good ground is mostly staked. Thousands of newcomers conned by the newspaper have the choice of working someone's claim or moving on. Most move on, downriver to Alaska. Most of the year the gravels are stuck in ice, and deeper down permanently frozen. Fires and later on steam and water jets soften the ground. The loose gravel is shoveled away and the process starts again. The miners sink shafts deep into the hillsides, shoring the walls with green poplar and spruce. Modern-day sluicers still find these shafts, some of them with ladders, tools, and clothes preserved in the frozen muck, along with mammoth bones and a sprinkle of gold too fine for mining methods 100 years ago. The land loses its forest cover for fuel and construction. The Klondike River changes from salmon stream to ditch. For the most part, First Nations people are excluded from the claims. Even the discoverer of gold, Skookum Jim, has his brother-in-law Carmax register a claim for him. Those who might have been the landlords of incredible wealth trade wild game for store-bought supplies in the crazy boomtown called Dawson. Eggs might cost $1 each. Bars and dance houses spring up everywhere. Mounties keep the guns away from town and wink at lesser crimes like prostitution. Gold dust is the local currency. How many millions of dollars are worked out of Klondike gravel is anybody's guess. The first prospectors could pan their fortune right from the gravels. Now the mainstay of the miner is the sluice box. Everything relies on water. The streams are blocked, diverted and boxed all over the gold fields. Big operators buy up smaller claims, working big tracts of the creek bottoms with steam dredges, mucking up their own ponds. For another 50 years, floating factories slowly devour the landscape like giant sandworms. For the ordinary man, this kind of gold rush is over. The story of it persists, perhaps because the world needed to turn away from the horrors that arrived with the first half of the new century. 50 years and the world experiences 2 world wars and a prolonged depression. 100 years and the planet itself seems to be overheating. No wonder the gold rush keeps its innocence and its glimmer.